Babe, this is South Korea. Don't punch it. I'm gonna get it for you and I'm gonna have you wipe yourself in it every day. So you see that a lot of the stores are closed behind us. The reason is not that we're too late, being that it's 9 p.m. It's that we're actually too early. These places start opening almost at midnight. This is sort of where the wholesalers used to have all their items being sold, so they're used to working really early in the morning, starting at midnight to get ready for the day to start wholesaling. They even have wholesale rollerblades.
They have those things that you want to have.
Babe, I like this.
This one looks bigger, that's why you just like it.
What?
I guess.
What?
It's like...
No, I just like this design. It's so soft and stuff too. This is truly a wholesale market. Like, these people just specialize in one thing. This is the equivalent to Bangkok's Yaowarat Road, Sampang Pet, like Yaowarat Road area. Sampan. So these people arrange for all the EMS to China or something. They buy a bunch of stuff and then they're probably gonna wholesale it back home. I have no idea where we're at. You could probably figure it out if you follow this little walking video, but I want to say it's quite unique in this one. It didn't feel like the other one. It was more like Platinum Mall where they just try to sell mass-produced souvenir stuff. It seems like every one of these shops has like their very unique, distinct feel. Like, it's like up and coming people who want to be designers, creating their own clothing brands or whatever, like starting out here. Accessory wholesale place. I love how they have chairs on the left-hand side for all the guys. Must be a popular joint. I see like a Chinese vlogger like talking in front of a phone.
I think it's not the blogger, she's doing live stream and then she's getting comments.
I guess that could be the future of home shopping network. Like, you live stream, go to a location and... Yeah. So here's the notorious mass shop that Mayu has been dying to come to. Seems like it'll be super convenient to shop for mass because it seems like they have all the brands out here, like It's Skin, Laneige, Misha. This is a good value if you're buying it on the street. 7, 8, so it's about 70 cents per mask because there's 10 of them in here. We were like surrounded with only Chinese people and now somehow 50% of the customers have turned Japanese. What is this? It must be a Japanese vlogger thing, right? Really cheap skin sets. I might just get it from here. It seems like this was a good value for about $20. This Innisfree is a good value for about another $20. Like 2 complete moisturizing and essence sets for about $40. It doesn't expire until March of 2022, so it's gonna be maybe about 2 years until it's gonna expire. And I don't want to spend a lot of money on cosmetics, and the Korean ones are pretty good. Alright guys, we're at Xiaopan. It's literally right down the street. This is another popular joint if you want to get discounted cosmetics. Ayu was comparing the prices here and she said it's slightly cheaper here. She got something for $5 at the other place. The same thing here is about $4.90. So if you can find your selection, I guess this is better. So come shop here first and then shop at the larger store after. Alright, so I got this deodorant looking sun stick, which costs like $17. Pretty highly reviewed on Amazon, but I only got it for $7. And this one, I just asked what is the most popular sunscreen, and she said this is what sells the most. And it's $7, so I'm like, F it, I'll just get this one too. You know, sunscreen is something that, you know, you should pretty much have in Thailand. Otherwise, you're gonna screw up your skin. Cosmetic shopping done. It's cheaper here.
It's cheaper.
Let's not have buyer's remorse, babe. Let's just move on. Straight down and make a left. It wasn't in any vlog, but Mayu just sort of, you know, came over here because she saw something. Right here. There is no Korean signage, no English signage. It's just right up the street from there where we went to the other 2 locations. But this place overall ends up being cheaper. Like, I saw the moisturizer I got, it was like $1 or $2 cheaper here. However, the sunscreen I got at that second location, it's 20 cents more expensive here. So obviously you can just shop around and you could save a few bucks here and there. I mean, overall though, I think you're gonna get a pretty good deal anywhere around here It's just don't expect to speak English or Korean because most of these locations they cater to Chinese. Like the second location, they didn't speak any Korean at all except for one cashier lady, and she spoke a little bit, and that's how I was able to communicate with her. But Mayu's like broken Chinese was even better. I tell you, the Korean like exfoliating things, they're very popular. Realize that this is Gangneodong Baekjeong in K-Town. This was so hype when I was there 4 or 5 years ago. There was long lines. It's so good. They have like the steamed eggs in the bottom. We don't have time to eat. Like I can't eat that much. But I did hear that it's not as popular in Korea. Sort of empty. I've seen more money exchange places all around here than all of Seoul combined. This is also the only place they insist on doing cash only business and not credit card. Notice how you don't even have dollars on here? This place is also full of Chinese shipping companies. I'm sure they're making a ton of money. Look at that guy driving a Porsche that works there. I've never felt so out of place. They don't even have Korean written. It's just all Chinese. Like it's just for Chinese. Look at all these packages. This is like super wholesale. Like this is where stuff gets done. Some more home shopping people. Guys, it's gotta be super popular with the tourists because there's shuttle buses for 8 p.m. I'm sure they're for Chinese tourists and business people to come out here. I found Davika. Alright guys, now it is getting close to 11 p.m. Just look at how many people are out here. It's so full of activity. We just came from that place, 8 p.m. I think that's the most popular spot around here. Guys, we just chanced upon this area. It looks like a shoe wholesale area. I've resisted coming out here because I've heard this is basically Chinatown. Like this is where Chinese people come to shop. They were not kidding. This is where Chinese people come to do business. But it's just super interesting as a tourist, I guess, just to see what's happening in Korea right now. Because you know that like Korean fashion, Korean cosmetics, this is what they're selling. They sell culture. So it's interesting to see like Chinese people come over here and buying clothes in masses, cosmetics in masses, and like how much business and money is exchanging hands. And it's also interesting that most of this, it's all females. Like you don't really see male clothing. It's all female clothing, female accessories, female shoes.
I were like 10 years younger. I would enjoy shopping here maybe, but I don't know, it's tiring to me. So
It's tiring. Okay, we finally found like an area that's for males, but it's mostly t-shirts. So something that I know that Korea has a competitive advantage on when it comes to textiles is it's called fast fashion. Like these guys, these designers can like get out whatever style they see that they see trending, and they can like instantly copy it and get it out. So Korean fashion is very trend driven, and you can see that because most of the men's clothing right now is all like linen style or oversized t-shirts, like all of them, you know. So that's well, if you're not into that or whatever the current trend or fashion is, there isn't really a point coming out here to try to do shopping. And you know, men are very particular about what they wear, so that's why these places aren't very popular, because women are more willing to explore their fashion, whereas men, we sort of have what we like. Super tired, heading to the subway. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's definitely going to be a place I would always have to return if Mayu ever visits, because cosmetic shopping, as I described in my previous vlogs, is a big part of the reason why we come to Korea. We definitely save a lot of money. For example, those cosmetic sets that I got that cost about $20. If I was to buy something similar even in Thailand, it would cost close to $100. It would be the same in America as well, because equivalent brands with relatively same kind of effect, you would have to spend about $100 on a set like that. So definitely great to stock up on it, and they generally have an expiration date of around 2 years. So you could just put it in the fridge and use it as it comes. So whenever we visit Korea, we definitely get those cosmetics. And as far as the pricing is concerned, It's significantly cheaper there than anywhere else we've gone to. He first mentioned the place in Dongdaemun, and my uncle recommended that we shop online. So he was looking through all the online shopping channels, and he himself couldn't find anything as cheap. So that speaks volumes. And I think it's pretty much true what they say about cosmetics. A lot of it is based on marketing prices. You know, these Korean brands, they don't market as much, so that's why they're already relatively cheap for how good of a quality they are. But this just takes it to a whole new level. Something that you don't get, however, by shopping at these wholesale Chinese places, however, is the samples. If you go to the regular stores, they give you tons of samples, and I like having those samples because those little bottles are perfect for traveling. But I already have stocked up enough of those that, you know, I just want whatever is the cheapest. So I highly recommend, if you're a girl, you should definitely drop by there, if not for just the cosmetics alone, but also to just window shop and see what's around. You can see that street is just full of women, and they're just having a ball shopping for accessories, shoes, clothes, cosmetics. It's basically a women's paradise there. As far as the other areas, the shopping areas, I want to go there and just explore it, just because it was so fascinating and interesting. I want to pretty much just spend a whole night and see what exactly goes on, because there's so much activity, and it was just picking up as we left. I would say the main activity centers around that big APM International building. I put in a map location, and from there just wander around. I mean, I'm not an expert in that area, that's why I want to explore it even more, take photos of the scenes. It was just so much energy. And there's plenty of great food around there as well, as you can see, and it's pretty much the only place I think will be consistently open and catering to you after midnight. That's not like a bar type of scenario. So hope that was interesting, and if you're interested in more of it, let me know, and that's a place I'll definitely visit and explore. Ooh, one more thing I want to mention though is, if you do go to the mass shop, on the second floor they have a place just dedicated to snacks. So if you're into like Korean snacks, that mass shop, the second store, is somewhere you probably want to drop by and these women were loading up these baskets of snacks, like you know, the pokies and the Korean style snacks. I did shoot the time lapse, I'll just include it right here for reference, but definitely check that out as well. And another little minor thing I want to throw in there is, again, to remind you, whenever I'm doing these conversions to USD, I was converting it very conveniently by just shifting the decimal points, but you can expect it to be about 80% cheaper. So if I said $10, it's probably really $8. And another factor you have to consider is that's all inclusive. There's no taxes being tagged on or anything here. So it's super duper affordable to be shopping around this area. And you can see why even the Chinese, who are notorious for having the cheapest products in the world, they come to Korea and they are buying stuff up in masses. So definitely check that place out. Even if you're not Chinese, I think you should take advantage of their super wholesale stores over there and get some shopping action done in there. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Alright guys, here's the situation. Somebody threw up. We have about a few stations left. We're gonna see every station if somebody steps on this. She noticed. I hate this because I got so lucky. I didn't notice it. I don't know if I was able to catch that. A bunch of people, you know, got onto the train. They're blocking our line of sight. But eventually the guy that was sitting right next to it, like, stepped on it. I just want you guys to know, at this time, look where you walk, because this is actually something that's quite frequent.